There is no doubt that the story of Antony and Cleopatra is impressive but tragical. After you finished reading the play of Antony and Cleopatra, you may wonder what is the real history behind this play. The history actually existed and is similar to the plot of the play. According to one history book which was occurred in Roman Empire, the rich lands of Egypt became the property of Rome after the death of Cleopatra VII in 30 BCE. On the other side, Roman Empire was chaotic after the death of Julius Caesar. The Queen of Egypt saw the hard situation in Rome. In this way, what she had to do was to join forces with the Roman commander Mark Antony. But Octavian quickly learned this story, and he ordered his army to kill Mark Antony so as to separate both of them. Surprisingly, Cleopatra was lost, and she was ready to commit suicide. The plot of Antony and Cleopatra is very dramatic. If you have not read this play before, it's worth to listen carefully about the summary of this play below. This play is divided into 3 segments. The first segment tells the audience about how Antony and Cleopatra met at the first time. The inner thoughts and emotion of both of two main characters are described really explicitly by the author. As the plot processes, the description of inner thoughts of characters becomes more and more intense, reflecting both Antony and Cleopatra were much more familiar with each other. The second segment is turning point for both the love of Antony and Cleopatra and the plot of the story. The transition is made by eliciting a common word for the betrayal conflict. Antony has to leave from Cleopatra and come back to Rome to protect his territory. The last segment narrates both Antony and Cleopatra were dead. Their deaths are related to the chaotic of the war. Because of the defeat of the war and the fake news about the death of Cleopatra, Antony suicided. For Cleopatra, because she truly saw the characteristics of Octavius, she was suicided too. Next, let me spend a few minutes talking about the characteristics of the main roles. Antony was one of the most powerful kings in the Roman Empire. He was deemed as the strongest. He was brave as well as confident, and he had a strong persistence. According to this movie, Antony was responsible for his country. Even though he was betrayed by his followers and subordinates, he still continued to trust himself. Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt. She has a good-looking face, and she was proud of herself that she could take charge of the whole empire. Cleopatra gained plenty of authority throughout the empire. In addition, Cleopatra was totally jealous. Based on this movie, when she saw that her future husband Antony loved Caesar's young sister Octavius, she was so angry that she tried her best to kill her by attempting to conquer Egypt. After reading this play, there are so many personalities which we have to study and imitate. The first one is insistence. People may give up when they face some obstacles, such as things that they cannot achieve. In the play, it was clearly described that Mark Antony was a person who did not give up easily. He continued to love the Queen of Egypt, Cleopatra, though Octavius asked him to marry with her. And always trying to become braver in the competition. According to the moment which depicts the loss of Antony, people who are weak tend to lose the game. As a result, what they only had to do was to find ways to escape themselves. Last, stop being lazy. At the beginning of the movie, people can know that Antony was so cool that he did not have any sufficient energy to take charge of the country because of beautiful ladies and bears. Therefore, we need to realize the importance of being a hardworking person.